Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. Bill Bryant and Barbara Bailey reporting. We're tracking a developing story in Lexington this midday where 4 UK football players have been charged for a BB gun scare on the UK campus.
Stanley Williams, Tymir DeBose, Andrew Barker and Dorian Baker are all charged with disorderly conduct. UK coach Mark Stoops identified the players and said they were involved in the incident just hours after police released surveillance pictures on Monday. We'll continue to track the latest in the shots fired investigation. And for the latest updates, visit WKYT.com.
Corbin police are investigating today after a popular restaurant there was virtually destroyed.
Police say the Hillbillies Country Cookin' Restaurant off Cumberland Hills Parkway was vandalized. They say people broke in, slashed some seats, and destroyed the dishwasher.
And WKYT Sam Smith is joining us now from Corbin with our top story here at 12:30. Sam?
The owner here will not let this crime put her out of business permanently, but they are closed for now. Everything inside is just how the person or people left it. This crime was noticed Monday morning. Workers say it happened after they closed Sunday night. They estimate more than $70,000 worth of damage inside. Booths, tables, and chairs were all scratched. Buffet bars flipped. Kitchen equipment scratched and bent. The dishwasher was destroyed. Workers say the people responsible for this turned on a hose inside the dining room, flooding the area. The carpets are still soaked. Besides the security camera, nothing else was stolen. Owner Linda Mills is waiting on her insurance company to take a look at the damage and is hoping police catch the people that did this.
It's just a senseless crime. I don't why anybody would want to do that. It's going to take a lot of work to get it back together.
This is the first time anything like this has happened in the 2 years Mills has owned the place. In Corbin, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Sam, thank you. The restaurant is hoping that the repairs can be made to that damage and that they can open up again before next month.
We're tracking a murder investigation out of Fleming County this afternoon. According to the Flemingsburg Gazette, 50-year-old Charles Black has been charged with murder. Sources close to the investigation say the victim lived in northern Kentucky and has been missing for more than a month. Human remains were found in Fleming County yesterday. Black is also charged with theft and tampering with physical evidence.
This afternoon, firefighting crews are mourning a former Lexington firefighter who was killed in a motorcycle crash. Investigators say 54-year-old Tim Claggett lost control of his bike on Thatcher's Mill Road in Bourbon County. The sheriff says that's when Claggett was hit by an oncoming car. Claggett recently retired as a lieutenant from the Lexington Fire Department after serving for 25 years.
We're tracking a traffic alert out of Lexington this afternoon after a man's car flipped upside down. It happened at Nicholasville and West Reynolds Roads earlier today. Police say a woman swerved in front of the driver. That's when he lost control of his car and it flipped over into a Walgreens parking lot. He's expected to be okay and didn't need to be taken to the hospital. The other driver tried to flee from the accident scene, but police caught up with her.
When I put on the brakes, like I said, car, it's sliding. And like I said, she pushed me offside the road, and that's about all I remember. And the last thing I remember is just being upside down in my car.
Shannon Smith, the driver you just heard from, walked away with a cut to his forehead and arm, also a stiff lower back.
Well, a Lexington threatening and stalking case. He is moving forward today. James
Caldwell was accused of threatening a victim who worked here in Lexington, and he skipped town when police first tried to find him. WKYT's Mark Barber has the latest in the case. It's a story new here at 12:30.
This morning, a judge denied a motion to dismiss James Caldwell's case. Caldwell is accused of planning to go on a killing spree in Lexington. The mother of the woman he is accused of threatening to kill says she called police in June after she found a disturbing letter from Caldwell on her daughter's car. She says Caldwell worked with her daughter, and when she stopped responding to his text messages, he became obsessive. She gave us a copy of the letter she found. On the first page, it says, quote, "I've thought about shooting you at work and then shooting myself or hurting one of your coworkers." Another line of the letter says, quote, I came up with a plan to hurt random people in Lexington, then coming and hurting you too, just as a means to cover up the fact that it was me that came after you, just like some serial killer was in Lexington. Caldwell is facing charges of stalking and terroristic threatening. He is scheduled to be back in court on October 30th. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Now, Caldwell has pleaded not guilty to the threatening and stalking charges.
New on WKYT this afternoon, Louisville police have made an arrest in a 12-year-old boy's murder. Police say 21-year-old Joseph Cameron has been charged with murder of Roy Etheridge in Cherokee Park. A passerby found Ray's body in the woods around 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday. He was a 7th grader at Clark County Middle School just over the river in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
A Lexington scam case is moving forward to a grand jury today. Kenneth Thomas was arrested in September after police say he scammed an investor out of more than $1 million. Thomas entered a not guilty plea last month in the fraud case. The Better Business Bureau says that Thomas's company, Retire America Rating, that rating is under review.
A Lexington man was arrested after officers say he poured gasoline on his girlfriend and threatened to light her on fire. 50-year-old Larry Higgins was charged with wanton endangerment after he punched his girlfriend in the head during an argument, according to the arrest citation. Police say that Higgins then poured gasoline on her, had a lighter, and said he would set her on fire. When she threatened to call the police, Higgins drove away and was charged with driving on a DUI suspended license. Well, there's much more coming up on WKYT News here at 12:30. The Lexington Division of Police now hiring. We'll tell you how you can apply.
Also, the sounds of the Hoppers will fill First Baptist Church in Richmond. And the funniest man in America, he's here.
He's here.
Already several of us in the 80s. We'll finish off there for most of us toward the afternoon. Last day of summer, well, the feel-like temperature, it's going to be today. Big blast of cold air coming up next.